Jay, I've got a question for you. Obviously, you've been involved in a ton of different businesses. COVID has made a lot of impacts. I'm curious about what your thoughts are on this industry itself. And just to give you a little teaser, people obviously, if we're looking at travel, we're looking at, kind of recreational, family, travel. They weren't able to, fly to Cuba or go wherever, go to, Europe for the majority. I know recently some places are open. So a lot of families were going camping, we're going to the trailer parks, things like that. Do you want to chat about, that impact on the industry at all? And, do you think obviously, is that good? Is it bad for what you guys are doing in terms of trying to buy some of these properties?
Two things. One, particularly the RV parks have become much more used and profitable because of that, because of exactly what you said. It's a lot simpler to get in an RV and drive. You're not exposed to airlines or other forms of public transportation. And my understanding that not only the parks are a lot busier, but the RV sales themselves have really exploded. And I don't have specific numbers. I wish I did, but I don't. But all the discussions that I've had said that is just really helped. And I don't think it's had much of an impact on the mobile home parks because they're more stable, but the RV parks for sure. And that's when I talked to my partner who's looking in Florida. He said, Jay, things are really moving fast. He said, you have to be very fast because corporations that are in the business, he said, when they smell something that's coming online, they jump at it right now because of the positive impact of COVID.
Yeah. No, interesting. And just to, loop that back to Holiday Islands, I know the question's going to come, are you guys seeing, like, are you having to pay a premium because of COVID, or is it also COVID that there's kind of discounts? I have no idea. So what are you guys seeing in the markets in terms of, prices today versus last year? Just curious.
Here at Holiday Island, I couldn't connect directly COVID to pricing, but we had about 50 resale houses here 5 years ago. 100, and we're down to about 15. So the resale market here is hot. You still got a discount here because we're in a rural area. You can buy a nice house here for $150,000. You probably pay $500,000 in Toronto or more. For me, it's not COVID driven, but I get calls for the Chamber of Commerce. I'm the treasurer from metropolitan areas such as LA, Dallas, you name it, Houston. People are trying to get out of those areas and into more rural areas where you can space out. We're in the Ozark Mountains, we're on a 50,000-acre lake. So it lends itself to social distancing. And it's just, I've lived all over the United States. This is my favorite place.
I have an anecdotal comment. Nick Herman is the guy who works with us, and he's the guy mainly focused in Texas, and he is an awesome finder and negotiator. So even though the COVID may have a general drift, I mean, his negotiation capability, as Gene mentioned with this billionaire, basically asking him to offer for free the land so he can get a discount. That type of negotiation will supersede any effect that COVID has. And we're delighted to have him on the team.
Yeah.
So it is driving traffic, but I wouldn't say it's driving price.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's exactly what we want. No, cool. I'm assuming the hope is as well. I know there's a ton of first time, kind of people going to an RV park or, renting an RV, going to a campground, all that kind of stuff that, because of COVID, maybe they become, hey, like we should do this every single year as a family or do this, whatever. You're definitely going to see that going forward. I think COVID has had some great benefits to the industry, which is good. Obviously still terrible in the grand scheme of things, but great for the industry you guys are in, and seeing traffic that's driving is awesome.